Hello and welcome to Bendy, a podcast about being flexible and all of the ways that means. Thanks for joining us. My name is Andy Young, and I'm one of your domesticated bestial hosts. Joining me as always is our other domesticated and bestial host, Beth Martin. Beth, a pleasure as always. What's the crack?
I can't hear bestial and not think of horrible things, Andy. Sorry.
Well, I think that speaks more about you, Beth,
I guess
really.
it does. That's terrible. It's like, what the fuck? Hit me with that right off the
Yeah,
bat.
right. Just keeping you on your toes. Um,
Uh, yeah,
so, uh,
the crack. I don't I don't know.
what amazing energy we're coming with. And I'm like scrambling to figure out, I'm like, is this episode 97, 98? It's 98, it's 98. It's
It's
all right. We are
98.
prepared, everybody. We
We
are
know what we're
very
doing.
prepared.
Everything is fine, everybody.
How dare you suggest otherwise? So yeah, right. Do you want me to lead off and me talk about what the crack has been with
Yes,
me?
please.
Okay. So I have not much,
Woo.
to be perfectly honest with you. I was telling Beth beforehand that my partner, she damaged her shoulder, unfortunately. So we had to go to accident and emergency. Um, you know,
That's
t
what you call urgent care is accident emergency?
yes. I think it's changed to urgent care now. They had signs, but one that said accident and emergency and one that said urgent care. So I feel like it's maybe making a shift. I don't know.
There's like okay, or there's a middle ground
It's just to
where
be
there's
I just so
urgent or
everybody
there's
knows.
accident yeah, yeah, yeah.
But not a break, thankfully, but also it has been pretty painful and just now in a sling, so that was no fun. Um,
Um,
and I've had dogs. The last sort of major, I've talked about it in here before, last sort of major dog sitting session I'm probably going to do. I had a dog
you keep
for
saying
five
this.
days. No, 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 no. These are
You keep saying this.
I in the past. I know I keep saying this, but I think when I have said that, I said I've got a few more bookings, and then I'm pretty much done. Like I
That was like a
think.
year ago,
Yeah,
dude.
well, that's possible. Um, but I am only doing weekends from now on, and only now and again, and only the dogs that I really like
Yeah, yeah.
is my new position on this because like who can be bothered? Um, I have been catching up or finally watching Andor, which I
Okay.
season 2. You haven't seen any of that, have you?
I've seen jack shit of it. No,
Yeah,
I've
it's
not.
really good.
Okay. I need to because well, it's like there's certain things I like to keep for the kids or the family to watch
Yep,
together, and I want to get we're doing season two of Light and Magic right now,
nice.
so yeah. Have you
I
gotten through that?
Yes, I like season 2 felt sadder in a way.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I loved season 1 a lot, and like because like season 2 is very much about CGI and the kind of the direction they go with that, and I just
Hmm.
it wasn't quite as it was as engaging and I loved it, but it was like it had a more sense of the good days are behind us.
Yeah.
I felt, which
Yeah.
really kind of was upsetting a little bit, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I feel the same way. It's like I don't know. I think part of it was like the revolution of putting all these people in one building so that they could just like work on projects together.
Yes.
And then that changing and then, becoming a computer based.
Like I respect, the talents that go into computer animation and things like that, but like I feel like there's something really special about the craft that would go into model building or set building, and you see small pieces of that in season 2 where they built some of the sets for episode 3 and things like that. They built physical sets, and you're always like, yes, oh look at that.
I know, right? I'm showing Andy like
Are these
Harper's
3D
got this.
printed?
No, this is air clay. She's doing this
Wow,
by
wow, wow,
hand.
wow.
I
They're
know,
incredible.
right? So
They look
my
great.
daughter is super into I just she will not I want her to go into something like ILM, Industrial Light
Yeah.
and Magic, but like she would die if she sat in front of a computer all day long.
Yes. I I
So,
I I feel like there must be there's still model studios. There must be like there's still a
well, there's
time.
like Wallace and Gromit, right?
True.
And
That's so true.
I don't know what South Park does anymore, but that used to be just
It's all
paper.
computer now as well, really,
Oh,
unfortunately,
but
because they do it
that's,
really quickly. Yeah.
they do, they have to.
Yeah. To be
Okay,
timely.
okay. So this is like this has nothing to do with anything, but
Uh-huh.
that now I'm just like sorry running in another
Let's go.
direction. But I read that because South Park's in the news a lot right now because they're just like ripping every as they do. They rip everyone apart from every direction. But I didn't know. Have we talked about this already? I
No, I
didn't
think
know
so.
like what goes into like making an episode, and essentially it's like it's more stressful for the two of them to create an episode because they're doing it that week, right? Whatever
Yeah.
is in the news, that's what they're creating.
Yeah.
And I think part of why they're able to do that so quickly is because yeah, it's not, scraps of paper anymore. It's, computer animation, but it's more stressful than Saturday Night Live because those are skits, right?
Yeah.
Those are like a couple minutes. They're not a 30-minute episode that has to be like somewhat coherent.
It's true.
So, um,
I That's because I remember watching it. It was years and years ago now. Like they did a documentary about that very thing, and they
mhm.
kind of had them sitting around writing tables and stuff like that. And I do have to wonder whether there is a like a framework that are frameworks that are built that they can like plug stuff into in terms
Oh,
of
I'm
like
sure.
topical
Yeah.
stuff. I think it would have to
Yes.
be because like spinning up a new script and like I because I think their turnaround is like a week, as I say, maybe a week, a couple of weeks, and I know that with modern tools and with the engine they built now, it's very fast for them to get the animation done. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's still a lot.
Yeah. I'm just grateful that they're doing the Lord's work right now.
Yeah, they are very
So,
much so. Ugh.
sorry, I totally interrupted you
You're
on
quite
your
right.
track.
I feel. Oh, the last thing I was going to talk to you about because I wondered whether you had watched it was because that has been most of my time over the past week because I've been in the
I
house a
love
lot.
it.
I've been watching a lot of TV, so
Mhm.
getting caught up on Andor finally and Alien Earth. I've watched the first.
No. Ooh, how is that?
Pretty good. I like it.
Okay.
What is interesting about it is that it's not just oh look here's the xenomorph again. It's kind of about like it's kind of about the replicants or what are they called in this synthetics I think is what they're called in aliens and this new type of synthetic specifically
Like the
and
robots?
yes like Bishop
Okay.
and things like that
Fucking Bishop.
yeah nah Bishop was all right he
Which,
did his best no
uh,
Bishop was the one in Aliens so he was the good synthetic
okay. I'm thinking the
uh
one that the guy that was in like
yeah and
Lord of the
Alien
Rings.
he was
Alien.
called friggin'
Mike
Rook
gets super pissed off when I can't remember the difference between Alien and Aliens. And I'm like, babe,
all right no yeah
the letter
Ash.
S, I know it's important. Ash!
Yes,
Fucking
Ash.
Ash!
I got it. I got it. Because
Thank
he was
you.
called like Rook. The same sort of thing was called Rook in Alien Romulus,
I did like Bishop.
which was
Bishop did
also
try
not bad.
hard.
He did.
No.
Bishop was a good boy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Um,
a good point.
he was a good boy. So, but anyway, this is a good. So it's kind of about that, and it's kind of about this sort of like in this at this time in the kind of aliens timeline there's all these megacorps that are kind of at loggerheads and it's what version of kind of synthetic human that comes to the forefront is really going to determine the direction that humanity takes and that's kind
Mm.
of the thrust of the series now aliens are part of it but that's the thrust of the series in quite an interesting way so yeah definitely
Topical.
yep
Hmm.
definitely worth a look
Okay.
so yeah
That
so
makes my life so much easier this week.
It's
Because,
d-
like,
d-
yeah, trying to get something that Mike's not like just looking at car parts
because
instead
yeah,
of,
because I think it's
uh,
yeah. Because if you like the Alien movies, I would definitely say it's worth a pump because
okay.
it's good. It's well written. It's a guy that did Fargo TV show.
Okay.
He's the creator. Like, and I think that was really good. That was a really good show. So yeah, definitely worth a look. I think.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. What about you? What's cracked for you this week?
Kids are back in school,
Woo!
which like I never, I'm still kind of like coming out of like COVID era where our kids were homeschooled for like 2 years plus, actually.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, yeah, they went back to school. It was, they're nervous, but it's like, I don't know. It's just different this year. Like
Yep.
they feel like their school is their home. We went and like walked the dog last week. And I knew the office was open and I knew that they were like feeling nervous about like who their teachers were and like so I was just like, let's just walk in and say hi to everybody. They got to see like all their favorite people. But yeah, they had their first day. It's just like chaos, man.
Yeah.
For uh I don't it's chaotic.
I,
Even though they're not here, it's still chaotic because it's like you get like 40,000 forms you have to fill out. And then I like
yeah.
buy all their supplies. And they're like, no, we don't need any supplies because the state covers it. Every year I fall into this trap, right? And then so I'm like, I have all these supplies that no one needs. And then they're like, these are the supplies we actually need. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll return all this shit, the
Yeah.
40,000 things I bought, and then buy the five things you actually need. It's fine. My 8-year-old's gonna turn 9 next week. So
Nuts.
he's very
Nuts.
excited about his birthday.
I'll bet. I believe 9
Andy was
already.
there for his birthday party last year.
Mm-hmm. I was.
I know.
Uh,
So, he wants the same thing. I was like, you can pick any food because he loves fried rice. And I'm like, do you want fried rice for dinner? He's like, no, I want pizza. I was like, do you want the frozen pizza that dad makes, or do you want like pizza pizza? He was like, I want the frozen pizza that dad makes, but I want my own whole pizza. And I'm like, okay.
nice.
So he's a simple, he's a simple, loving, lovey. And then my daughter's like, I'm taking her to New York for her birthday because that's what she asked for. So
Amazing.
I know. He's like, I just want Squishmallows and Luigi's Haunted Mansion 3.
Hey, good, excellent taste.
I
It's a good,
know,
it's a
I
good
know.
game.
Yeah, he's just a good kid. So it's just we're in that loop. And we're gonna be in it for 9 months. So
Yep, yep. I have. I'm just recalling as you were saying that they both. It's their school librarian that they both love, right?
yes,
Yeah, I love
yes,
it. That makes me so happy.
yes, they do.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Like, I still, I have memories, and like as a kid, I mean, like, I don't know how much this has changed, but as a kid with like separation anxiety, who like struggled to, be away from my mom, especially, it was always a
Yeah,
struggle. Like, it
yeah,
really was. I really hated it, and I know that that would be very tough for her as well, But yeah, yeah, it's no joke going to school. But like, I think that talking to them about it. I remember, like, because when I was there last year, they were in and out of school, and they seemed, like you said, by that stage, settled a bit more, had made friends, had started to get used to what that school was like, and it was really nice to see.
yeah. Yeah. It all worked. It's a cute little school and
Hmm.
like, it's 100 degrees and I don't feel bad that I'm gonna drive my car a half a block to pick them up this afternoon.
Hey, in that heat, no thanks.
Yeah.
Just right.
Yeah. So nothing really, just,
Hey, that's
regular
plenty.
parenting life. So yeah.
Okay. Do you have any what's occurring for us?
I do actually. So we did
Oh.
an episode on the entertainment evolution.
Uh-huh.
So we had someone write in that said, Andy mentioned the death of the middle class movie, a widely recognized phenomenon now. Good examples of which are Rain Man and Jerry Maguire, to put
Mm,
two notable examples of with The Cruiser.
yep.
You get low budget drama still, but that kind of movie, mid-budget A-list stars whose salaries take up a fat slice of the budget are gone, and that's because there's no home and rental market anymore. If these
Yeah.
if those films failed to light up the box office, it got a second shot with the home market. Fight Club underperformed at the box office, went on to become the biggest selling DVD in its day and made money. Remember when I do remember this. Remember when people used to buy movies and TV box sets as Christmas gifts? We had VHS box sets. And then I would like looked on my shelf of DVDs and I was like, I still have my original Star Wars box set without George Lucas's added CGI bullshit. I'm like, that's worth more than gold. Um, so this person said, now I would argue that unfortunately anyone who ever ripped a torrent file played their part in killing the home movie market, and they have to own that the part that they played in the state of movies today. I'm one of those people.
Yep.
It's not just the corporate studio heads and other suits making poor decisions. The consumer destroyed the home market.
Yep.
What say you, Andy Young?
I think there's some truth to that. Like, I mean, I also do think that inevitably it was going to go this way. Like, I think as soon as streaming came along, it was going to wipe that out anyway.
Mhm.
And, I still think that despite the way things are going and streaming making things more accessible, I still think there's probably plenty of people who are torrenting stuff, who are like illegally downloading movies and whatnot. I'm sure I suspect it's not quite as rife. And it's interesting because like I think that I know myself. One of my favorite all-time favorite shows is called Deadwood, and I bought the Blu-ray box set, but I couldn't be fucking bothered taking the Blu-rays out and putting them into like whatever player I had. So instead, I downloaded it, going, it's fine if I download a high quality version that I
Was
can
it
just,
the like physical
yeah,
like act of getting up and putting a DVD into the Blu-ray player and pressing play was too much for you?
yeah. And
Yeah.
I really think I do not think I'm alone here. I think people, I think we as modern humans crave convenience, crave being able to just like bloop bloop hit a button. I'm watching the show that I like, and I feel
Yep.
that is a damning indictment of us all. But it's so I very much agree with points that were made there, but I also do think that this was fairly inevitable anyway.
I kind of feel like I pay more. Okay, like I was the person, Netflix changed my life because you could keep the DVD for like ever, like
Hmm.
when they used to send them in the mail, maybe they still do, I don't know. Um, but like I lost so much money to Blockbuster
Yep.
and like whatever other movie like video stores were around just because of the late fees, and then I would get angry. But there is something, right, about going into a store and being able to pick out like a VHS or a DVD. And I
Yep.
remember when like that experience is a whole thing. Um, and I guess on the one hand, humans are inherently lazy, which is fine. And on the other hand, we are lacking in community in general. So
Hmm.
like you know, going to Blockbuster. Did you guys have Blockbuster
No, we didn't. But I actually,
or
we may have.
Hollywood Video?
No, I know. I think there may have been some blockbusters in mainland UK, but there was never any in this
Okay.
country.
Okay. So I just feel like the opportunities to connect or even just be in the same room with other people
Yeah,
is becoming more and more of a rarity. And
I agree.
I think like not just with movies, um, but in general. And I think that that's a shame. And I'm
I
one of those people too. Like
it's
I literally will not go to the movie theater if I know I can buy the movie on Fandango, or I can
and
rent it for 48 hours or like the five hours or whatever for $20. And I'm like, I'll do that instead.
I get it, but like I adore the movies. I adore going to the movies. I like
Yeah.
seeing something in a big screen. It's like in a similar vein, one of the things that I really kind of mourn and I really miss is playing video games in the same room as people, like like
Yeah.
you call them like couch co-op, where you're sitting and you're all like with a controller, you're playing a game together. And like there's versions of that, and they're more practical, but like you are losing something essential in my eyes when you're not sitting there with people. Like years back, whenever like Halo was a big deal, and
Yeah.
we knew a load of people, and we would drag consoles around to people's houses and TVs, and like there's something truly incredible about like having 16 people in a house, like it's crowded, hot house, and like you're just playing a game and you like headshot somebody and you hear somebody in another room going, "Fuck!" and you're like, "Yes, I got you, bitch." It's just pretty lovely, and yeah, I do miss that, I must say, and I think that like you're right. I think it is all kind of part of that kind of like humans kind of becoming more isolated and that like kind of loss of community that is part and parcel with that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So Thank you for the comment. Very interesting. And then I went down the middle class movie wormhole, and I still don't quite understand it, but I'll get there.
I think I don't know if it's middle class movie. I think I just call them middle like budget movies.
Yeah.
I don't because like it's just basically that sort of movie that wasn't like a
Yeah.
blockbuster and wasn't like a kind of low budget, whatever. I I kind of have the feeling that, places like A24 and things like
Ugh,
that
love them.
are
Love
starting
them.
to, or do that sort of thing, I think, but I really don't know what those kind of budgets are like. So I think that there is still some of it. It's not being done by the big movie studios at all anymore, really.
I'm gonna look into that actually,
Yeah.
24
But yeah.
budget.
Um, any more what's occurring for us, or should we get on to our
That's it
topic?
for, yep, yep. Let's talk about our
So
topic.
I know we've done this joke before, but that's not going to stop me doing it again. Just naming this
Okay.
episode Animal Facts Part Deux. That we did it for a mental health episode or something,
We
didn't
did.
we? Yeah, okay.
We
But it's
did.
fine. Just suck it up, all right? It's happening
Num
again.
number two,
It's
everybody.
paying tribute to one of the greatest comedy sequels of all time. Ooh, that
What?
reminds me.
What?
I need to go back. Let's go back to the crack. I saw Naked Gun since I saw you last.
The new one?
Yeah,
Did you hear they're dating?
I know. Isn't that so nice?
It's like the sweetest thing ever. It's
It
like the
really is.
duo
Yeah.
that, no one knew that we needed, but we actually do.
And they're really nice together in the film as well. But yeah, I was slightly
Did
underwhelmed by it. I think I had high expectations. I think there was
Yeah.
some really good jokes in there, and I think it didn't outstay its welcome. And I overall enjoyed it, but I was really hoping that it would really have me like rolling in the aisles, basically, and it didn't quite deliver that. But see, in terms of like a framework for what a updated sort of remake should be, it's fantastic because it
Mhm.
really does its own
Okay.
thing in a lot of ways. So
Okay.
definitely worth a look, I think, and I'm glad it's been doing well.
Good.
Anyway,
And
sorry.
yeah. No, I love it. It's like, I've been a little hesitant to go down the Naked Gun rabbit hole
Yeah.
with the kids just because I'm like, I don't remember the jokes and I don't remember if they're
So I
I don't want
watched
to short circuit the children, right?
I watched the first one recently, and I heard somebody else talking about this recently. The first one, literally, the only thing that might cause a conversation is the I practice safe sex. Yes, so do I, and they both walk out in full body length condoms.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the only
That's it.
that's
Yep.
the only bit that's kind of like sexual or anything like that, really. The rest of it is pretty much just goofy
You
shit
know,
happening.
I took the kids to see Deadpool and Wolverine for Charles's last birthday, so I'm not.
I think they'd be fine with Naked Gun then.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Whether they'd get all the stupid jokes or not, I don't know. But I think they would get a kick out of a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, right. Okay. Sorry, that was my
I love it.
me taking us down the garden path briefly. Right, okay.
La
On the
la la.
topic.
Good walk. Good walk.
Animal Facts Part 2. So yeah, because we had such a good time with Animal Facts first time round. We're just gonna do some more Animal Facts and we're just gonna see what we end up talking about. We are going to do our damnedest to either not talk about pistol shrimps too much
Only
uh,
talk about
or
pistol
only talk
shrimps.
about pistol shrimps. And then it just becomes an all pistol shrimp episode. Both of those things are very distinct possibilities. So, you know, this is the sliding doors you're about to walk through now. You're about to
Oh
find
my
out.
God.
All right, Beth. Do you want to kick us off with something? Please
I
be pistol
do. I
shrimp
have a
related.
fun pet fact.
Uh-huh.
94% of pet owners say that their animal pal makes them smile more than once a day.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
I like that one.
And I was following this lady on who knows what platform, and she had a pet crab, like a land crab,
Hmm.
named I don't remember, but like the crab, I don't know, she had the crab for like 7 years and had little hats and you know, things that it would wear, and she would
That rocks.
crochet them, and it was lovely. And then the crab, was molting and then ended up, not making it through the molt. But just like the idea of pet, right, is relative, I think. Like we think cats and dogs, but like I love that this lady was like advocating for crabs and,
Yeah.
as a sentient being.
I mean that no, that completely rocks. I mean, like all animals could potentially be pets if they're getting well looked
Yeah.
after. Absolutely, that rocks.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Um,
So
okay,
I have like facts, but I also have like true false.
okay, all right, okay, okay. Oh, I'm excited for that.
I know.
Um, so right, the one I have is that on the Yakushima Island, on the Yakushima Island, on Yakushima Island, Japan,
Mhm.
monkeys groom and share food with deer in exchange for a ride, and it comes with a picture of this monkey riding a tiny, tiny deer.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
not kidding you.
Can you like WhatsApp that to me
Yeah,
really
that's right. I'm gonna
fast?
send it to you right now.
Okay. Oh my God, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard. I love when like animals use each other as that's a symbiotic relationship instead of the parasitic relationship.
Yeah, it's true, right?
Uh-huh.
Especially,
Like,
they're both, herbivores, I'm
yep,
guessing. Why not?
yep,
You know?
yep. Yeah, give me a ride for snacks.
Absolutely.
And like, okay, I'm looking real quick.
I
Oh,
don't know if that did I link you to
so
that
cute.
one directly or
Yeah.
okay, perfect.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Isn't it?
They're even the same color. Okay.
And those deers
Like,
are freaking adorable, guys. Like
yeah.
this is
And
where
you would have to like look really
uh-huh.
like clearly and be like, that's a fucking fucked up looking deer, and then be like, oh no, the monkey's riding its back, and they're the same color.
So sweet. So
I
yeah.
wonder if that's like adaptation too. Okay. Um, so octopuses,
Hmm.
there's two facts with this. They have three hearts. So two pump blood to the gills while the third pumps it through the rest of its body. When the octopus swims, the heart that delivers blood to the rest of the body stops beating, which is why they prefer crawling to swimming. They also have nine brains, one for
9.
each arm and then one for its like head.
Amazing.
Where does it all live in there?
Just a
They
lot
got to
of
be
brands.
small. Like
They
you've
do.
seen an octopus go through like tiny spaces, right?
That's true. I mean, they've got big noggins, so like maybe they're all just jammed in there. But like, yeah, that rules. Like I know that they're supposed to be super, super, super smart. But that's fascinating. 9 brains is
Nine
insane.
brains, nine brains.
Love it.
Three hearts.
So okay, because I thought need to have a heron fact this time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the black heron, while fishing, turns its wings into an umbrella. This creates shade and fools fish by making them think it's a shelter when it's actually a trap. So what this looks like is essentially that it kind of like brings them round and like makes a wee sort of shield and puts its head down. It's very cool.
And it's just like opens its mouth and they're like, oh, this
And
is
it's,
nice and shady.
ooh, look at this lovely water
Why does it
cave.
smell like
Yeah, this is
me?
weird. Yeah, exactly. Where did my friend go?
Okay, question. Are sharks older or are trees older?
Who? Sharks, I'm gonna say.
Smart.
Yes.
The children did not get this right.
I
Mike did. So sharks have existed for around 400 million years, while the first trees appeared around 350 million years ago.
I think the only reason I made that guess is because I think I told you I was reading Entangled Life recently, the
Hmm.
mushroom book, and it talks about how, basically fungus had to develop for many millions of years into a suitable ground, I guess, for forest, for trees and stuff like that to start plant
Yep.
life to start emerging. So it was just like, but sharks don't need any of that shit. So it's like maybe it is sharks. So yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Phew. Okay. Um, my
Stop it, sweaty palms.
reputation would have been in tatters if I would have got that wrong. Okay. The Hercules beetle is the strongest creature on Earth for its size. It can carry 850 times its weight. That's like a person carrying 7 elephants,
Holy shit.
right?
What's it called?
A Hercules beetle.
Are they the ones with like they look like a rhino? Oh my God, speaking of rhinos.
And they do like have,
Uh,
yeah, kind of like a rhino horn. Yeah, yeah.
okay, so did you I have like thousands of thousands of these. So
He's
many, so
searching
many.
through for
Anyways,
one.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to find the one that I was reading last night. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But basically, a rhino horn is made of compressed hair.
Oh, I think I heard that before. Yeah, that's so
That's,
cool.
I didn't, I don't know how I feel about it.
It's make me think about those freaking newborn horse hooves again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
It's very
Google that,
gross.
everybody. It's
Yeah, I mean,
disgusting.
don't.
Don't or do. But what I also read was that they're starting to inject radioactive material into rhino horns to keep
Okay.
people from like c
Oh,
cutting them and trying to use them
I
for,
see.
you know, to get their penises to act the way
Sure.
they want them to act. So
I was hoping it was to create some sort of breed of super rhino, but I guess
I
not.
know, right? Right?
Can't
Maybe it
look at it.
is.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's
Let's give it a decade and see what
it's
happens.
true. Okay. Baby turtles have an egg tooth on their beak to help them hatch out of their shell. This tooth disappears approximately an hour after hatching.
That's the most cute thing I've ever
It's
heard.
a very it's if you see a picture of it, it's just like these like three wee teeth at the top of its mouth. It's so adorable. But yeah.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna ask you like yes or no.
Mhm.
Do you think dolphins have names for each other?
I think probably yes, because they're also super smart.
You're smart. Okay,
Phew.
yes, they do. Mike was like, nah, and he like works in marine science. So, you're smarter than that guy. They use a unique whistle referred to as a signature whistle to identify and call to each other, which
Okay.
like I would have totally guessed the same as you. Um,
I because like and I suppose that, because that's exactly what it is. This is like what is a name to a dolphin, but I suppose like a whistle. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah, but they talk.
yeah, do
Like
they?
we hear them being like chattering to each other, so it's not like they're just like, you know, talking. Of course they have names for each other if they
Yeah,
talk.
that
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my God, this is totally off topic.
what?
There's a movie on, I think it's Netflix right now, maybe
Uh-huh.
HBO Max, but it's called The Legend of Ochi.
Oh, I have heard of this. Yeah, I seen the
You
trailer
should
for it, I
totally watch
think.
it. Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, it's
And
good.
it's these little cute animals like talking to each other and making a melody. Like when they talk, they create something else, kind of like, you know,
Ooh,
anyways,
nice. There was
you'll like
a
it. And it's Willem Dafoe.
there was a good like Black Mirror episode from last season. I only kind of watched it. Did you see the most recent season?
Mm.
Okay.
I can't get into it.
That's fair. I like it's. It took me like the very first episode of the first season is such a wild episode. It's insane. Like I think what I might do is give you a list of like really good ones, like and see whether
Right. They're
they
all
work for you.
different.
Yeah,
They're all different. So it's
I
like
like
I need the buy-in for me, right, is like I care about the characters. So it's like I have to
yeah,
keep caring about new characters and then
yes,
I just get tired. So
yeah. Maybe like there's like a Star Trek.
that's the lever of laziness, the level of laziness that that's going on here.
I get you. I mean, like there's a Star Trek pastiche episode that's very good, or two episodes now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's there's some fun ideas in there, but like I do get it. Okay. A scorpion can hold its breath for up to 6 days, can survive a whole year without food, can climb almost any surface, and it glows under ultraviolet light.
Ultraviolet light. Okay. Well, we have those here, so I need to do some not I'm not going to torture scorpions, but
No.
Uh, like we have to hang up swimsuits and towels in the backyard. Like everything dries here so fast because
Yeah.
it's dry heat, but it's like you can't just lay a towel down on the ground and be like, I'll leave that there for days because I'm like, someone is going to move into that and you're going to
Yeah.
put it on and then you're going to get bit.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's
Yeah.
something we do not have to consider at all.
No. No. So,
Yeah. But do you get big scorpions, little scorpions? All?
I mean, occasionally like we get our house sprayed
Hmm.
for scorpions and ants and all the things that try to move in your house when it's 100 degrees, which is happening right now. But yeah, we do. And I would say like I haven't seen like a giant scorpion. I have seen a giant tarantula.
Ooh.
But I've seen babies, and the babies are more venomous
Yes, I've
because they
heard that.
have, yeah. So it's definitely like, the kids are like, we've had a scorpion, and I, I, yeah, I have to dispose of them so that they don't,
Yeah.
hurt the dog or, so I flush them down the toilet. I don't do that with anything else,
Yeah.
but I will flush a scorpion. So
Fair. Fair.
don't come
Uh,
at me, people. I'm sorry.
so yeah, so, like yeah, but yeah. All right, do you have another one?
I do. The regal horned lizard squirts blood out of its eyes when he feels threatened. And then I was
Uh,
like, wouldn't it be cool if we could do that?
would it be what was it again?
The regal horned lizard squirts blood out of its eyes when he feels threatened.
Oof, flip.
And everyone would
That's
be like,
wild.
"You're a zombie!" And
Out of
then
its
they'd
eyes in
like,
particular is wild to me.
"Yeah,
That
I
was the
know,
bit
I
that it
know."
like I was like, wait, what?
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
okay. I like it. Because what was the one? Wasn't there was one last time it was like a vulture that like vomited blood or something like that, I think.
Oh, no, vultures vomit on their feet, right?
Uh-huh.
Because no, you're right. I think they did vomit blood.
I'm gonna check that out. I'll find it. I'll find it out. I have it. I have it somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. So the wood frogs spend 7 months of a year frozen, two-thirds of their body water turned into ice. Their heart stops beating, their blood flow stops. However, after winter, they hop back to life,
That's amazing. So that's like,
right?
so they're Jesus?
They basically, yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly right.
Sorry.
They are Jesus.
They are Jesus. They're resurrected.
They are, yes, they have.
Um, okay, so I'm gonna do true or false.
Uh-huh.
Okay. True or false, ostriches bury their head in the sand. Right? These are things that we grew up like hearing.
Must be false. If
Okay.
because yeah.
So yeah, okay. So these pictures you see of ostriches with their head in the sand, they're not what you think. They don't actually like when they're running from a predator or they're scared of a predator, they get down and they like lay down and they like put their giant neck and head like on the ground. So they just try and like blend in with the
I see.
vegetation. But they do bear their eggs.
Okay,
So
interesting.
they like so if you see an ostrich that's like got its head in the dirt, it's because it's like turning its eggs. But this person, I found this on a children's website, and I was like, well, this makes sense, and now I feel dumb because I'm 45 and now I'm like learning this. They
Uh-huh.
will, it would be hard for an ostrich to keep their head in the ground as they wouldn't be able to breathe. And I was like, fair point.
That's a very, very good point.
I know.
Very, very good point. Wild. Eh, one of those things where it's just kind of like very obvious when you think about that. It's so funny the things that just become so widely spread after the sort of perceived truths that just become like so permeated into like the culture and people are like, oh yeah, of course ostriches bury their heads, of course they do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it's like the our lexicon, right? Um, like who's Jerry, right? When it's like, oh, you jerry rigged that. And it's like, who the fuck is Jerry that was jerry rigging? Like
Hmm.
someone was Jerry and would create, you know, a way to do something that was maybe not the normal way you would do something, right? The cheap way or whatever. But I'm like, these phrases,
It, it's
it's
true. So
like, oh,
like,
he's like, oh God, you're just like an ostrich, like sticking its head in the sand, and that means something to everybody, right?
yeah. So I had never heard that term before. We would say jury rigged as in Jury rigged. And
Interesting.
I just did a wee search for it because I was like, oh, I haven't heard it in and it's apparently they're interchangeable. But I
Okay.
guess, but yeah, fascinating.
So it became so we took it and we were like, that fucking
Let's
asshole. And you're
let's
like, no,
name
it's jury.
yeah, let's
The
name it after
jury.
after fucking Jerry. He's always
Not jury
throwing
rigged.
shit together.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Uh,
who knew?
okay. Um, Some snakes have been known to explode after eating a large meal. For example, a 13-foot python blew up after it tried to eat a 6-foot alligator. I mean, that's
Huh.
bad news for both of those guys.
Would that be because,
I just don't think it had it couldn't stretch to,
well, like if something dies in the water, there's the bloat, right?
yeah,
That happens with the body, be it human or animal. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of bloat that happens in a snake's stomach, right?
yeah.
That it expands to the point where it would blow up the snake. That's fucked
I like, and I
up.
mean, like, that's a lot of friggin' alligators, you know what I mean? But like, I
Yeah.
don't, you know, but like, yeah, that's bad mistake. But I presume like you had he successfully managed to like, digest that meal, he would have probably been set up for a year or
A
two.
year.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
nutrition, a lot of nutrition.
Like
Yeah,
a scorpion would live for like 600 years on that.
it's true.
So, okay. True or false, you can tell the age of a rattlesnake by counting its rattles.
False.
Ah, you're so good at this.
Oh, phew.
Correct. Rattles are made of interlocking rings of keratin, which is basically fragments of old skin. Ugh. The vibration of the rings of keratin is what gives the rattle its signature sound. Every
Uh-huh.
time a rattlesnake sheds its skin, a new rattle is added to the tail,
Ooh.
but you can't tell how old it is by counting the rattles.
That's interesting. So, like, if you
Mhm.
find a shed rattlesnake skin, there'll be a rattle attached to it.
Um, I don't, I ha no, the rattle I think stays on the snake because I remember like going through my parents' like drawers as a kid, and you're like curious and you're like, what's in here? And you're like, maybe, maybe it was just me being nosy. And you were like, I never did that. But my dad had this box of like weird shit. And one of the things he had was the snake rattle
Okay,
from a
interesting.
rattlesnake. And I would like shake it. And so I'm assuming that, yeah, no, that sheds when, I don't know, maybe someone can correct me, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think,
yeah. I'm
because
curious.
right, then they would lose their, this is me just spitballing, but then they would lose their like scary sound
It's true.
if they would shed it. And then they would be even more like edible
It's
during that
true.
time.
It's true.
So,
That makes sense. Okay.
yep.
All right.
Good
This is
job.
this is really gross. This one's just warning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this as well. Anyway,
Oh,
there
good.
is a specific type of cockroach called Diplotera pun punctate. Who knows? Which is the only known cockroach to produce milk. Its milk is said to be incredibly nutritious and healthy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's pretty gross, right?
Why would they produce milk?
I mean, maybe to feed their young, possibly. I needed to do a bit more research
I
into
did
that,
read
but
this
like
about
that's
platypuses. It's somewhere in my list, but my list is too long to find anything at this point. That they don't like, I think, yeah, platypuses don't have nipples.
yes,
They sweat milk for their
yes,
babies. And I
that's
was like, oh, they're adorable too, but
that
um,
rocks,
yeah, interesting.
right?
Mm.
What it got for me?
Yeah. Oh, I'm still like wondering why their cockroaches are sweating milk. That's just gross. Um, a grizzly bear's bite is so strong it can crush a bowling ball.
Jeez Louise,
I know.
that's a lot. I mean,
So to continue on the bear trend, right, of like
mhm,
bears can now climb trees, we know that. Uh, just stay away from bears, everybody.
absolutely.
I can't believe there aren't more like everyone's like, there was a shark sighting. And I'm like, what about bears, people? That's that's what you need to be afraid of.
Yeah, like I think I said to you before, like it was constantly in the back of my mind when I was in Canada. It was like of what I do if I run into a bear, and
Yeah,
I was like really always kind of like looking about the place all the time.
yeah.
Fortunately, it wasn't so bad, but it was definitely a scary possibility.
Mhm.
Um, okay. So the lightest animal relative to size is the water boatman, which measures just 12 millimeters long, but can produce 99 decibels of sound. This is equivalent to listening to an orchestra play loudly while sitting in the front row.
I have water boatmen in my pool.
Yes, I think we have,
We
I think I have
did,
in my
didn't,
pond. Yeah, you did.
yeah. I was like, look, it's a water boatman. And I was like, Charles is a water boatman because he just grabs a lung full of air and then goes down and just doesn't come back up.
Yeah,
Interesting.
right. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize they were loud. I would have thought other animals would have been louder. I mean, I guess I've heard sounds that water boatmen make, but I've just never realized that it was them that was making it.
I've
So,
never
yeah,
heard them make a sound.
no,
And maybe like there are different maybe are there types of water boatmen? Because they're weird. They
I
only have like
guess.
two little flippers and then this
Yeah,
giant body, and you can see their little like air bubble
yeah.
i- on their face.
I presume I'm looking at them now, and I think these are different to what we have.
Okay. Because I
Yeah,
have, I mean, it's noisy around here during the day anyway, but like I've never heard them make a sound. But now I'm going to start listening. That's
yeah.
fascinating.
So there you go.
Okay. True or false? Or yeah, do you think that clownfish can change gender?
True.
God damn, you're doing great. Uh, true. Clownfish are all born male,
And they
and
can
which is yeah. And the dominant male of a group can change into a female if the dominant female dies.
love it. Like
I know.
I know that because I know that fish can do that. There's other fish species that can change sex as well. So I just wasn't sure whether they were one of them.
I
Um,
knew that happened with frogs because of Jurassic Park, but I didn't know
yeah.
that, didn't know that fish could do that too.
Yeah, so true. That's why
Everything I learned from the movies,
exactly. That's
whether
all
or
the
not it's
important stuff.
true.
All the important stuff. Um, okay. Uh, okay, yeah. So Komodo dragons,
Mm.
kind of so-called virgin births, as well as mating with males, the species is parthenogenetic. In other
Parthenogenetic.
words, the females can lay fertile eggs without any input from males. This will only reproduce identical young, however. For the species to continue to adapt, it needs to mate.
Weird.
Right?
So like cloning?
Yes, basically they can clone themselves. They have the capacity to clone themselves within just the female of the species.
That's incredible.
Right?
Okay, so I know all budgets have been cut for like research right now, but that would be an interesting research project. Because if we're AIing the crap out of the world, we should be cloning too, right?
Absolutely.
They're
Yeah, why
like, we
not? Let's just go
cloned a
nuts.
sheep named Dolly, and I'm like, but that's incredible.
Right?
Okay, let's see here. This fact I don't really agree with, but I'm gonna lay it on you anyway. Seahorses are the only animal where the male gives birth. One of the cool facts about animals is that the male seahorses are equipped with a pouch in their stomach to which they carry the babies up to 2,000 at a time,
Wow.
which, but the babies have to get in there somehow. So the mom is like, they do this thing where they like touch tummies and the mom is like pushing her tummy and then he like opens his pouch and this is the scientific description of this.
Based on your
This
studies, this
activity,
is
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes, my significant studies of seahorses. So, I mean, that's cool that yeah, that he carries 2,000 babies. That's probably got to be like hard on your lower back of being a seahorse
Hey,
and, yeah.
but it's nice to see the male of the species doing a bit of work. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Ta Looking
Agreed.
after the children. So,
It's like, like you go to the park and like these people obviously have a new baby and the dad's like, yay! And the mom is like carrying the baby and the baby carrier on her like back or her front. And you're like, no, the dude should be doing that right now
Yeah.
because she did enough.
He's like
Anyways,
he needs his hands free to hold beer and
I know.
pretzels or whatever.
Brewski beers.
Exactly. Uh okay. Hippos can't swim, and instead they sink in water and run along the river bottom. However, as mammals, hippos have lungs just like we do, and therefore can't breathe underwater. They can only last about 5 minutes between breaths.
I knew this because obviously I've studied hippos extensively because of
Sure.
Mudang,
There's no doubt.
the pygmy hippo. So we've got pygmy hippos and hippos at the zoo. And yeah, I didn't know that pygmy hippos weren't discovered until like the 60s.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, I think maybe I mentioned it here. Because yeah, they just like run along the riverbed and they only come out at night. So who knows
Incredible.
what evil lurks in the hearts of rivers?
It's like
The shadow knows.
moodangs. Yeah, exactly.
Moody!
Moodangs just coming out to take out your ankles.
Right?
Um.
Okay. So there's like, okay, I'm gonna just list off some of these. I'm not gonna do all of them.
Okay.
But in the same vein of ostriches burying their heads in the sand, you cannot charm a snake with music. Bats are not blind. Did you think that they were blind?
I. But there's no their eyesight's extremely limited, right? Isn't it something like that?
No. So they're like super animals.
Oh, okay.
So although bats can't I be found in okay. So we were just at the zoo and I was like, the bats looked at us in the eyes and I was like, they have eyeballs. Several bat species are native to Virginia and many blah blah blah. Bats are not blind. They can see almost as well as humans can, but at night they also use their echolocation to locate
Interesting.
meals and
So it's
prey.
just
So
an
they
extra
it's like they're just super, yeah, hip to everything.
piece of gear.
Uh-huh.
So this one's kind of like aspirational, I guess, for me.
Okay.
Which is the slimiest animal in the world is the hagfish. They can produce a liter of slime in under zero point 0.1 seconds. Hagfish slime is deployed as a defense to clog the gills of fish predators, causing them to suffocate. A liter of slime in under zero point 0.1 seconds. That's intense,
That's a lot.
right?
Like I knew sea cucumbers could produce slime, but I didn't know that about hagfish. What does a hagfish look like? I'll look in my
They are
macros.
like
How
they
do you
are
spell
like
hag?
night Hagfish. I think they look a bit like eels, but they are like also kind of like nightmare eels. They're like very kind of
Okay.
creepy alien sort of eels,
Oh yeah. Ew.
right? Gross.
There's like a this is gross. Okay, yeah, gross. Gross. Bottom dwelling, eel shaped marine creatures. Okay. Wow. Okay, here's a photo of like thousands of them, and it's just like they're all like creating slime together.
Good,
This is on the Great
nice.
State of Alaska Fish and Game page.
Oh,
Don't go
really?
there, people. Yeah. Watch out for the hagfish. Okay. Okay. True or false? Mother
Uh-huh.
birds will reject their chicks if they've been touched by humans.
Oh, I bet you that's false.
Yeah, you're right. So, as a child, I remember that like being a thing that was, as I was trying to save everything, and they were like, "No, you can't because they won't accept them again
Yeah.
if they smell like you." So, we're not sure where this one started, but it's definitely not true. Birds don't have a good sense of smell. And with their
Interesting.
it's just like they can't smell well, and therefore wouldn't be able to tell if a human handled a chick. Chances are, if you see a chick on the ground, it may be learning to fly, but if you ever find a chick out of the nest, if there's a help to them, you can like, yeah, there's guides to help them back in their nest.
Fascinating. Um,
They can't smell, guys.
okay. I'm just gonna do one last one. I've got more, but I think I've got one that,
I haven't even gotten, I have 100.
I
of
mean,
these.
like, yeah,
So,
we may end
yeah.
up doing another one in the future.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is another one
Mhm.
that is kind of aspirational to me. So sloths only poop once a week. Sloths only go to the ground in two circumstances, to defecate and urinate once every 5 to 7 days, or when they cannot move along the canopy due to the lack of connection between adjacent trees
I just like don't understand how they haven't learned to shit
from the tree.
from the tree.
I mean, maybe they're just respectful. Do you know what I mean? They know
Yeah.
of the jungle, and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to shit down here.
Well, and
Uh,
like evolution of sloths probably happens very, very, very slowly anyway.
it's true.
But at some point, maybe they, in a million years, maybe they'll learn that they don't need to go down to the, because that's when they're most susceptible to being eaten
Yep. Vulnerable. Yep. Yep. Yep.
or picked up by some yoga idiot
Yep. I remember
like
that.
us. Okay. So I'm gonna just do some fast ones.
Okay.
Gorillas burp when they are happy. Hippopotamus milk is pink,
Mm.
right? A shock from an electric eel can knock out a horse.
Okay.
Bees have five eyes, two in the front and three small eyes on the top of their heads.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Meerkats leave their newborn pups with babysitters.
Amazing.
Slugs have four noses.
Okay.
Um, Elephants are the only animals with legs that can't jump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fascinating. I suppose it makes sense. They're big units.
Okay, and then my final one to wrap this up in a positive, amazing way is that cat urine glows under black
Amazing.
black lights.
I like
So
that.
like, did you guys ever like go into someone's dorm room and like they had all their like liquor bottles and you would crack open one of those like
Oh, black
you would
lights.
get a highlighter marker and put it in and it would like glow. So now I'm just thinking that they were all full of cat urine.
That seems likely. I mean, it's a cheap
So,
way to do that, so why
right, right,
not? And
right.
it's a good thing to do with cat urine, which is absolutely horrifying. Cat urine, some of the worst
You're
urine I've
like,
ever encountered.
who pissed over here?
You're
God
like,
damn it. And
ah,
then you get your black light out to find if it was human or cat.
you're like, yeah, love it.
Sorry.
Nice. I like how both of
Ah,
our final ones were, either pee or poo focused.
yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't even get to the wombat one. They
Okay.
shit in cube form.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Just when you think wombats can't get any better.
I know. I
They're
followed one on Instagram for a while. He was so fat that they had to like roll him around in he was like in like a preserved sanctuary because he couldn't, he had broken something or one eye. It doesn't matter, but he was so fat they had to put him in a wheelbarrow. Do you guys call them wheelbarrows?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like roll him around for like his daily like ride.
Uh, Amazing. I do. They're such. I'm just looking at pictures of wombats now as we're talking about them. They're
You should
such
look at a
cute.
picture of a baby wombat.
No,
That's
I'm sure
fucked
it's
up.
obviously adorable little guy.
No, they're hairless.
Oh,
They're like
really?
it's terrifying. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll
They're like baby birds.
change my opinion on that. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we get on to our final week. Oh, they're still pretty cute.
You think? Okay. I have a friend who's like terrified of them.
They're
So I
not
used to
like,
put
yeah.
wombat pictures all over her cubicle.
Oh, they're a wee
As you
bit
do.
creepy, but
Yeah.
they're not bad. They're not bad.
They're like the cutest thing I've ever seen. I
Yeah.
would love to get a wombat. I don't think
Um.
I'm allowed to.
No. Okay.
California.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Beth, what has been bringing you joy this past week?
I'm feeling like so healthy and good.
Uh-huh.
I've been taking 2 walks a day and
Nice. That's
we
great.
built a little like home gym in our garage
Hmm.
with like I don't know what they call them, with the pulleys and the weights, and it's like a whole, thing. And like Mike and I built it together. I don't remember, like we used to do this kind of stuff all the time, and I just like haven't been feeling well enough to do it for like 4 or 5 years. So it was like fun to do that, just being like in my body. It's amazing, like feeling good in your body, how that will just change your perspective entirely. Um, so I'm just
Absolutely.
feeling great. Yeah, and I'm like feeling good and
That's awesome. I
yeah,
love to hear it. I
it
really do.
is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
long may it continue, truly. Um,
what about you, my friend?
so we talked at the start of the episode a little bit about me being sad that I don't get to couch co-op with friends anymore. Don't get to play video games really, in the same room together with people. But I have had the opportunity because I was at home a little bit more recently to play some online video games with folks, and it's just it is a lovely way. I've espoused this before. I think it's a lovely way to spend time with people. It's a lovely way to like catch up with people. I certainly am not a big one for just like phone calls,
Yeah,
but like I see like chatting to somebody while you're doing an activity, I think is just the perfect combination for me. So it's been very lovely doing a wee bit of that again recently
that's
because
awesome.
I've kind of missed it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. Like my phone will ring and I'll have that like ugh, right, that
Yeah.
feeling where you're like, I'm busy probably. And
Yes.
like I just let it go to voicemail unless it's like the school. So yeah, I think if I had something like that where we were occupied, it's like going on a walk with friends, right? You're doing something, I just can't do phones.
Yeah. No, I think to me, it feels insane that you would just call somebody and they would pick up and they would have a long conversation with you because it's like, well, how does their brain get into talking to human mode?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
hard.
I need to I need to manually flick that switch and it's a big ass switch and it takes a while to kind of get into place. But yeah, so
Hmm.
more power to people who can, but yeah, not for me.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I
okay.
remember I remember when it started. It was like freshman year of college,
Uh-huh.
and it was like I just stopped being able to talk. I remember talking on the phone, like before cell phones and like during the era of the pager, but
Yeah.
like yeah, it just changes as you get. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good, yeah, that's so true because like I do remember having conversations more often with like friends, but like again, obviously that's changed now because you can text people and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
that is like, and that I prefer that, and I'm not crazy about that either, but it's more preferable, or
It was
that or
yes.
seeing people in person, that those are the
It
best
was like
ones.
right around the time that did you guys have ICQ?
Yes,
So it was like right around when ICQ was invented, which
yes,
was basically like you would message each other. It was like AOL Instant Messenger, but like cooler. I don't know, because
yeah,
you could download it for free or whatever. So that was when I think for me that was when I was like, oh, I could just write you and not talk to you on the phone.
exactly, even better. Love it.
Don't make me
Oh
yawn.
no, did a big
Oh
yawn. Now I've got to go
God.
and teach a yoga
Ah,
class.
yay.
Boo.
Yawning
Okay.
yoga.
Okay. All right. Beth, can you tell everybody where they can find us?
Find us at bendypodcast.com and on all the socials.
All the socials. Love it.
Yes.
All right. Okay, folks. In that case, we have come to the end of our episode, and we'd like to remind you, as always, to stay bendy.
Bendy.
Nice.
Normally, Zoom will be like playing music. Today it did not. So I don't think we got the thumbs up on that one.
Throwing shade by Zoom. Thanks, Zoom.
Yes, thanks, Zoom.
All
All right,
right,
love you guys.
bye. We love you. Bye bye.